Hey, I'm Tamberly and welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome in. This is Daily Wellness, Everyday Living. Over here, we talk about designing a life that actually supports you. We talk journaling, clarity, energy, routines, and the real work of becoming who you want to be, one day at a time. Today, I want to get into something that touches every part of our lives, even when we don't always see it clearly. Relationships, the close ones, the complicated ones, the seasonal ones, and the ones we're still trying to understand. I've had relationships that built me up and relationships that drained me. Relationships I held on to for too long and relationships that shifted who I was becoming. And I know many of us share that same story. That's why relationship design is such an important part of the Life by Design system. Because our connections shape our energy, our clarity, our routines, and how we feel in our bodies. They matter more than we often admit. One thing I learned early is this: relationship design doesn't start with other people. It starts with the relationship we have with ourselves, how we talk to ourselves, how we handle our needs, how we show up in conflict, how we abandon ourselves to keep the peace, how we choose partners, friendships, and communities, how we handle silence, space, and our own emotions. When we shift the relationship we have with ourselves, everything around us begins to shift too. We start choosing differently. We start listening to our energy. Our standards rise, and we become more honest about what we will and won't accept. There are three types of relationships we all experience. And honestly, Medea said it better than most relationship books. You might remember when she compared people to trees. Some people are leaves. They blow in and out with the wind. They aren't stable and they're not meant to carry weight. Some people are branches. They can support you for a while, but if you lean on them too much, they'll break. And then there are roots, the people who truly hold you down, nourish you, and help you grow. That's relationship design in real life. Life giving relationships are your roots: supportive, grounding, respectful, reciprocal. These are the people who hold space for you to grow. Transitional relationships are your leaves and branches. They come into your life for a season or a purpose. They aren't bad, they just aren't meant to be permanent. The problem comes when we try to turn seasonal people into lifetime roles. Draining relationships are the ones we keep watering long after the fruit stop growing. These take more from you than they give. You're carrying the emotional load. The communication feels heavy. Your energy dips, and still you stay out of habit, fear, or loyalty. A truth I had to learn is this: you can love someone deeply and still accept that their season in your life has shifted. Our energy tells the truth, even when we don't speak it out loud. Life giving relationships bring clarity, calm, motivation, creativity, and emotional stability. Draining relationships bring exhaustion, confusion, overthinking, resentment, and emotional weight. Your body often reacts before your mind understands. If someone's presence makes your shoulders drop and your spirit settle, that's information. If someone's presence tightens your chest or drains your strength, that's information too. Our relationships mirror our patterns, our needs, and where we've been neglecting ourselves. For a long time, boundaries felt uncomfortable. But I've learned that boundaries aren't punishments. They aren't walls. They are energy protectors. They help us create relationships that feel balanced, respectful, and aligned. 4. Boundaries matter in every relationship. Time boundaries: I can talk, but not right now. Emotional boundaries: I'm here for you, but I can't carry this alone. Communication boundaries: I'm open to this conversation, but not in this tone. Access boundaries: everyone doesn't get the same level of me. Healthy boundaries don't harm relationships, they clarify them. Insight Life by Design. Relationship design flows through 4 phases. These phases help us understand who belongs where in our life. Phase 1, Self Relationship. Your inner voice, your self worth, how you treat yourself. This sets the standard for everything else. Phase 2, Inner Circle. Your closest people. Partners, best friends, immediate family, children. These relationships have the deepest emotional impact. Here, we look for reciprocity, emotional safety, consistency, and respect. Phase 3, Outer Circle. Coworkers, acquaintances, extended family. These relationships don't need full emotional access. Lighter expectations belong here. Phase 4, Digital and Environmental. Your online world. Group chats, social media feeds, workplace culture, the emotional temperature of your home. These spaces influence your energy more than we acknowledge. When we understand these phases, we stop forcing everything into the same category. We allow relationships to be what they naturally are, not what we wish they could be. I want to leave you with a few gentle questions to sit with. Who drains me and why? Who supports me in ways I've overlooked? Where am I overgiving? What boundary have I been avoiding? Which relationship is shifting in season? How do I treat myself when I feel unseen? These questions help us see our relational world with honesty and compassion. Relationship design isn't about having perfect relationships, it's about having aligned ones. When we understand our patterns, our needs, and our energy, we start creating relationships that actually support the life we want to live. Thank you for walking through this with me. If this spoke to you, stay connected for more Life by Design conversations. Be gentle with yourself as you move through this. You've been listening to Daily Wellness, Everyday Living. If this reminder supported you today, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next guide. For more reflections and resources, head to digitalwellnessjournal.com. And remember, your daily wellness isn't something extra, it's how you live every day.